In the heart of Earth's orbit, the Leviathan rested like a slumbering giant. It was humanity's most ambitious creation, a warship, unlike any other. Built not just with steel and circuits, but with the very fabric of reality itself. For decades, Earth's scientists had worked in secret to harness quantum technology in a way no civilization before had dared to try. The Leviathan was the culmination of those efforts, a ship that could manipulate space-time, full dimensions, and wield power that bordered on the impossible. On board, Captain Elena Ruiz stood before the main viewport, watching the swirling cosmos. Beyond, her reflection shimmered faintly as the ship's quantum field generators hummed to life around her. Initiating quantum core startup, came Athena's calm voice, most advanced AI integrated seamlessly into the ships. Systems. Lights flickered and panels pulsed with energy. The Leviathan was not just a war machine. It was a symbol of humanity's relentless pursuit of survival and mastery over the universe. Core stable, Athena confirmed. Quantum field parameters within optimal range. Elena exhaled, feeling the weight of the moment. Prepare. For initial warp test, we're about to step beyond what any human has dared. Outside, the stars seemed to blur, bending and twisting as the ship's experimental engines engaged. Space folded around the Leviathan, collapsing distances and reshaping paths. The ship surged forward in a silent burst, arriving at a point light years away in moments. Back on Earth, leaders watched the transmission with a mixture of awe and apprehension. The Leviathan was more than a weapon, was a message to the galaxy. Humanity was no longer a young species confined to one planet. It was a force capable of rewriting reality itself, but the galaxy had not remained idle during Earth's rise. Alien empires with vast fleets and millennia of history had taken notice. Across the stars, whispers spread of the quantum warship that bent the rules of physics, a terrifying specter that threatened the balance of power. Back aboard the Leviathan, the crew moved with practiced precision. Every system was monitored, every calculation checked and rechecked. Quantum manipulation was a delicate art. One mistake could fracture reality, or doom the ship to disappear into a void. Lieutenant Malik Chen, head of quantum engineering, adjusted the controls with steady hands. We've pushed past theoretical limits. The core is stable, but unpredictable effects could still arise. Understood, Captain Ruiz replied. Keep the crew ready for any anomaly. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detected a ripple in unfamiliar energy wave washing over the quantum field, reading interference, Athena warned. Origin unknown. The crew tensed as the Leviathan flickered, reality bending briefly around it. For a heartbeat, time seemed to slow, and then snapped back with a crackle of power. Captain Ruiz clenched her fists. Whatever's out there, we're no longer just explorers. We're a beacon and a warning. As Earth's quantum warship awakened, the stars held their breath. A new chapter in humanity's cosmic story had begun, one of unimaginable power, uncharted dangers, and a destiny that could reshape the universe itself. The Leviathan glided through the void with quiet confidence, its quantum engines humming a steady rhythm that resonated through the ship's core. Captain Elena Ruiz stood once more on the bridge, eyes locked on the view screen where a contested star system loomed ahead, a critical region claimed by rival alien factions. Sensor report. Elena requested. Lieutenant Malik Chen, seated at the quantum controls, responded quickly. Enemy fleet detected. Multiple warships in formation, energy signatures consistent with high-grade plasma weaponry. Their numbers are significant, but their technology is conventional. Athena, the AI, chimed in smoothly. Our quantum shields are fully operational, offensive systems primed and ready. Shall I prepare the reality-bending weaponry for demonstration? Elena nodded. Proceed. Let's show them what the Leviathan is capable of. As the Leviathan moved closer to the enemy fleet, an eerie calm filled the bridge. The alien ships scanned the Leviathan, unaware of the power contained within its hull. Then, without warning, the warship's quantum field generator emitted a pulse. Space itself seemed to ripple outward like waves on a pond. Time warped around the enemy vessels. Their movements slowed to ghostly drifts. The fabric of reality twisted, creating microsingularities that sucked in energy and distorted gravity fields. Enemy ships were torn apart by invisible forces, their weapons and engines failing in an instant, where seconds before there had been a fleet. Now there were only drifting wreck-silent monuments to the Leviathan's overwhelming might. On the bridge, the crew watched with a mix of awe and professionalism. "Status report," Alina said calmly. "Ammunition expended," Malik replied. "No casualties aboard the Leviathan. Enemy forces neutralized." Athena added, "The battlefield has been reshaped on a quantum scale. This demonstration will not be forgotten." News of the battle spread rapidly across the galaxy, where once Earth had been regarded as a fledgling planet. Now it was seen as a force to be reckoned with, a civilization capable of wielding power that bent the laws of nature itself. In response, alien coalitions began urgent discussions. Would Earth's unprecedented technology bring peace through deterrence, or ignite a war that could engulf the stars? Back on the Leviathan, Captain Ruiz remained vigilant. "We've shown strength, but we must be ready for consequences. Our actions have shifted the balance." Lieutenant Amir Hassan, the ship's tactical officer, nodded. "They'll either come seeking peace or vengeance. Either way, we need allies and strategy." Dr. Mei Lin, the ship's lead scientist, monitored the quantum core's stability. The core handled that display well, but extended use could destabilize space-time around us. "We're pushing the envelope." Elena's gaze hardened. "Then we proceed with caution and resolve. Humanity will not be cowed." As the Leviathan sailed through the stars, its reality-bending power sent ripples through the galactic order. For the first time, the universe knew Earth had arrived, and the game had changed forever. The Leviathan's demonstration had sent shockwaves across the galaxy. Alien emissaries arrived at Earth's orbit, their sleek ships gathering like cautious predators around the quantum warship. The galactic community, once skeptical of humanity's ambitions, now faced a formidable reality. Earth possessed a weapon unlike any other one that bent reality itself. In the Grand Hall of Earth's Orbital Command Station, Captain Alina Ruiz and Earth's diplomats prepared to meet the first delegation. The alien envoys, representatives from the Triumvirate Coalition, bore expressions of both respect and guarded apprehension. Ambassador Varel, the Triumvirate's lead negotiator, spoke with measured formality. "Your warship's capabilities are unlike anything we have encountered. We come to understand your intentions and to seek assurances that such power will not be used recklessly." Alina stepped forward, her voice steady. "Earth's goal is survival and coexistence. The Leviathan is a deterrent, a shield against threats. We do not seek conquest but recognition." The negotiations were delicate. Many alien powers feared that Earth's quantum mastery would upset the fragile balance of galactic politics. They demanded transparency, oversight, even limitations on the Leviathan's deployment. Back aboard the warship, the crew prepared for deeper quantum tests. Dr. Mei Lin worked with the AI Athena to push the boundaries of space-time manipulation, exploring folding dimensions, creating localized time dilations, and simulating alternate realities. Lieutenant Malik Chen warned, "Every experiment bends reality a little more. The risk of irreversible anomalies grows." Yet the promise of mastery over space and time fueled human determination. Captain Ruiz believed that with great power came great responsibility and humanity. was ready to rise to the challenge. Meanwhile, back on Earth, political factions debated fiercely. Some called for disarmament, fearing the catastrophic consequences of quantum warfare. Others argued that retreat would invite domination. Amid this turmoil, a cryptic message arrived from a remote sector ancient alien intelligence had awakened. Its sensors detecting the Leviathan's space-time manipulations. The message was a warning. Such power threatened the cosmic order and demanded balance. Humanity had awakened a force that viewed their technology as a dangerous anomaly. Captain Ruiz received the news with a mix of concern and resolve. We stand at a crossroads. Our strength has drawn attention, not all of it friendly. She convened her senior officers. We must prepare for contact beyond diplomacy and weapons. This is a test of humanity's spirit and wisdom. As negotiations continued, Earth extended a cautious hand, offering alliances that respected the galaxy's traditions while asserting humanity's right to defend itself with its new power. The galaxy watched closely. Would humanity's unprecedented technology bring a new era of peace through deterrence, or ignite a conflict that could unravel the stars? The Leviathan hummed quietly in orbit, its quantum core pulsing like a heartbeat, waiting for the next move in a cosmic game that stretched beyond time and space. And Captain Ruiz knew one truth above all: humanity's fate rested not just on power, but on the choices they made in the shadows of that power. The calm of diplomacy was shattered when sensors aboard the Leviathan detected an anomaly unlike anything the crew had ever encountered. Far beyond known space, where star charts gave way to shadowed voids, a ripple in the fabric of reality itself grew stronger. Captain Elena Ruiz stood at the helm, eyes narrowing. "What are we dealing with, Athena?" The AI's voice was steady but tinged with urgency. "Unknown energy signature approaching. It does not match any known species or technology in galactic records. Preliminary analysis suggests a form of existence outside conventional spacetime." Lieutenant Malik Chen's fingers danced over the controls. "This is beyond anything our quantum models can predict. It's almost like the universe itself is responding." The crew braced as the anomaly closed in. Suddenly, a wave of distortion washed over the Leviathan, momentarily twisting the ship's reality. Crew members experienced fleeting visions, echoes of alternate timelines, impossible geometries, and a sense of vast, unfathomable consciousness reaching out. Dr. Mei Lin steadied herself. "This entity, ... It's not just powerful, it's ancient. It's been watching the galaxy for eons, and it has detected our manipulation of space-time." The message soon became clear. This ancient intelligence regarded the Leviathan's quantum abilities as a dangerous breach, a threat to the delicate balance that governed existence. From the shadows of deep space, fleets of alien vessels emerged. These ships were unlike the traditional warships the Leviathan had faced. Their shapes seemed to phase in and out of reality, weapons humming with energy that bent light itself. Captain Ruiz rallied her crew. "Prepare for battle. We're facing an enemy that defies our understanding, but we will not back down." The Leviathan activated its quantum defenses, generating shields that folded spacetime to absorb incoming attacks. Its weapons bent reality, around targets, collapsing enemy systems in flashes of fractured light. But the enemy adapted quickly, countering with waves that disrupted the Leviathan's quantum field, threatening to unravel the ship's core. As the battle raged, the crew struggled to maintain coherence. The warship's AI fought to stabilize the quantum manipulations, while the humans held steady amid the chaos. Captain Ruiz realized this fight was about more than survival. It was a test of humanity's place in the cosmos. In the midst of combat, a breakthrough came. Dr. Lin discovered that the ancient entity's power was tied to a fundamental cosmic balance. If humanity could demonstrate respect and restraint in wielding quantum power, the entity might be reasoned with. Alina made a difficult decision. Signal a ceasefire. Initiate communication. The ship's communications array emitted a pulse that transcended normal frequencies, reaching out across dimensions. Moments passed like eternities. Then the entity's response came a presence. In the ship's minds, neither hostile nor friendly, but inscrutable. We watch. We judge. The balance must be preserved. Captain Ruiz bowed her head internally. We seek understanding, not domination. Teach us how to wield this power without destruction. The Leviathan hung in the void between conflict and hope, caught in a cosmic trial that would decide not only humanity's fate, but the future of reality itself. The void around the Leviathan shimmered with tension. Captain Alina Ruiz stood poised on the bridge, the weight of cosmic judgment heavy on her shoulders. The ancient entity's cryptic message echoed in the minds of the crew. The balance must be preserved. Yet, enemy fleets amassed, unwilling to wait for words, ready to challenge humanity's power with overwhelming force. The first wave arrived with thunderships that seemed to fold in and out of existence. Their movements, defying linear time. They attacked with weapons that twisted gravity and shattered matter, threatening to tear the Leviathan apart. But humanity's warship was no ordinary vessel. With a hum like the heartbeat of the universe, the Leviathan bent spacetime, folding stars and systems like paper cranes to reshape the battlefield itself. Lieutenant Melik Chin's fingers danced over the quantum control panel, deploying spatial folds. We'll collapse their advanced corridors. Outside, space cracked as ribbons of folded reality wrapped around enemy armadas, squeezing and distorting them into collapse. Fleets once thought invincible were compressed into nothingness, their essence dissipating into the void. Amid the chaos, Captain Ruiz issued orders with calm authority. Keep folding space around their reinforcements. Target command vessels break their coordination. The ship's quantum weaponry fired bursts of energy that twisted dimensions, causing enemy systems to flicker in and out of existence, their hulls disintegrating under the strain. Yet the enemy adapted, deploying quantum disruptors that interfered with the Leviathan's reality-bending fields. The warship shuddered as temporal waves rippled through its core, threatening to unravel the delicate balance sustaining its power in the midst of battle. The crew faced moments of disorientation. Time dilated and contracted unpredictably. Memories flickered, and the line between cause and effect blurred. Dr. Mei Lin worked furiously to stabilize the core. The paradoxes are growing. If we don't regulate the quantum feedback, the ship could collapse into a temporal singularity. Captain Ruiz met her eyes. Find a solution. We can't lose the Leviathan now. As the fight raged, an unexpected opening appeared. A massive enemy dreadnought faltered within a spatial fold, its weapons offline. Target confirmed, Malik announced. Firing reality pulse. The Leviathan unleashed a concentrated blast that bent spacetime around the dreadnought, collapsing it inward like a dying star. The destruction sent shockwaves through the enemy ranks. Seeing their command crippled, other ships began to falter and retreat, but victory came at a price. The strain on the Leviathan was immense. The quantum core glowed ominously, its stabilizers pushed beyond limits. Captain Ruiz faced her crew. We have won this battle, but the war is far from over. We must learn to master this power without losing ourselves. Outside, the stars resumed their silent watch as the Leviathan drifted among folded constellations, proof that humanity's resolve and ingenuity had bent reality itself in defense of their place in the galaxy. The galaxy had witnessed a new force rising, one that wielded the fabric of existence as both shield and sword. The Leviathan limped through the cosmos, its quantum core flickering like a fading star. Though victorious, the battle had left scars beyond the physical fractures in the very fabric of reality surrounding the warship. Captain Alina Ruiz paced the bridge, her mind heavy with the consequences of wielding such immense power. "Report," she commanded, voice steady but tinged with concern. Lieutenant Malik Chen's eyes were fixed on the fluctuating quantum readouts. "We're detecting multiple space-time distortions in our wake. The battlefield has become a patchwork of fractured reality, some stable, others dangerously unstable." Dr. Maylin stood nearby, her expression grave. "These fractures aren't just theoretical. They affect causality, memory, even the flow of time itself." Crew members have reported fleeting visions, echoes from possible futures and alternate pasts. Athena, the AI, processed the data. The Leviathan's manipulations have left residual quantum echoes, like ripples in a pond. If left unchecked, these could unravel localized space-time or create temporal paradoxes. Alina nodded slowly. "We pushed the limits to protect Earth. Now we must repair what we've broken." The ship's crew worked tirelessly, deploying quantum stabilizers to mend the fractures. Yet each repair revealed new complexities. Reality was not a simple fabric, but a dynamic, interwoven tapestry. Amid the chaos, strange phenomena occurred. Time would stutter, moments repeating or skipping. Crew members encountered brief glimpses of themselves, decisions unmade or outcomes unseen. Lieutenant Chen voiced a growing worry. "If these echoes persist, they could affect our perceptions and judgment. We need a long-term solution." Dr. Len proposed an ambitious plan. "We must deepen our understanding of the quantum core's interaction with space-time, develop algorithms that harmonize with the universe's natural rhythm rather than forcing it." Captain Ruiz agreed. "We'll initiate extended quantum resonance tests. But we must remain vigilant every moment. Every decision could ripple across reality." As the Leviathan ventured deeper into these experiments, the crew found themselves facing challenges beyond warfare. The limits of human perception, the fragility of time, and the profound mystery of existence. Meanwhile, the galaxy watched with a mixture of awe and caution. Reports of Earth's quantum warship and the strange phenomena trailing its prey across star systems. Some viewed the Leviathan as a beacon of hope and progress. Others whispered fears of a power too great to control. In this fragile moment, Captain Ruiz understood that humanity's journey was no longer just about survival or conquest. It was about stewardship of reality itself. With renewed purpose, the Leviathan sailed on, a solitary sentinel amid the stars, carrying the hopes and the burdens of a species that had bent reality and glimpsed its infinite possibilities. The warship's legacy was no longer measured solely in victories, but in wisdom gained through navigating the complex dance between power and balance. And so, the Quantum Leviathan continued its voyage, forever changing the story of humanity among the stars. The Leviathan drifted through the vast silence of deep space, but aboard its decks, tension simmered. The fractures in reality might have been stabilized, but the deeper challenge was only beginning. Humanity's own unity. The strain of wielding such unparalleled power was exposing fractures within the crew itself. Captain Alina Ruiz sat in the command chamber, reviewing reports. Conflicts had begun to emerge, not of weapons or strategy, but of ideology. Some crew members believed that the Leviathan should be used aggressively to assert Earth's dominance before any rival could threaten them. Others urged caution, advocating for diplomacy and restraint to avoid provoking a galaxy-wide conflict. Lieutenant Malik Chen approached, his usual calm shadowed with concern. "Captain, divisions among the crew are growing. The burden of this power weighs heavily, and not everyone agrees on the path forward." Alina nodded thoughtfully. "This ship is a microcosm of humanity. If we cannot find unity here, How can we hope to present a united front to the galaxy? Dr. Mei Lin entered, holding data from the latest quantum resonance scans. Our core is stable, but psychological stress is affecting operational efficiency. The anomalies in perception aren't just from space-time. Our minds are grappling with the enormity of what we've become. Athena's voice echoed softly through the room. I recommend a series of collaborative simulations designed to rebuild trust and understanding among crew members. Unity is essential for controlling the quantum power safely, Lena agreed. Prepare the simulations. We'll face challenges that require cooperation. Only by working together can we master the forces we command. The crew gathered in the simulation chamber, immersed in scenarios where individual survival depended on coordinated action. They navigated collapsing realities, paradox puzzles, and shifting timelines. Slowly, barriers began to break down as the crew learned to trust one another beyond rank and role. During a critical simulation, Lieutenant Chen faced a choice to save a teammate trapped in a temporal loop or secure a mission-critical objective. The decision weighed heavily, but cooperation prevailed. Captain Ruiz observed, "This is what humanity's strength truly is, not just technology or power, but empathy and connection." As the simulations concluded, a new message arrived from the ancient entity, calm and measured, almost approving. "We have watched. Unity is the balance you must uphold. Power without harmony breeds chaos. Continue your path with wisdom." The words resonated deeply with the crew. They were no longer just soldiers or scientists. They were stewards of reality, guardians of a delicate cosmic balance. In the weeks that followed, the Leviathan became more than a warship. It became a symbol of humanity's potential. Its power was tempered by unity, its reach extended by collaboration. Captain Ruiz prepared a message to the galaxy. Earth does not seek conquest. We offer partnership with strength balanced by understanding. Let this be the beginning of a new era. As the Leviathan sailed onward, the stars seemed to shine brighter not just from its quantum core, but from the unity of a species ready to embrace its destiny. The test of unity had been passed. The true war, it seemed, was for the soul of humanity itself. The galaxy held its breath as the Leviathan broadcasted its message, declaration of peace, strength, and unity. Captain Elena Ruiz's words echoed across star systems, carried by signals bending space and time, reaching distant worlds that had once viewed Earth with suspicion or fear. In the months that followed, ambassadors arrived from far-flung civilizations, curious, cautious, but hopeful. The Leviathan stood as a symbol not only of Earth's power, but of its willingness to engage with the cosmos as a responsible partner. Inside the warship, life had transformed. The crew's unity had matured into a culture of shared purpose and mutual respect. The quantum core, once a volatile engine of potential destruction, now pulsed steadily, harmonized by the collective will and wisdom of those aboard. Captain Ruiz gazed out at the stars, reflecting on their journey. "We began as a single ship, sent into the unknown with uncertain fate. Now, we stand at the threshold of a new chapter, not just for Earth, but for the galaxy." Dr. Mei Lin joined her, a rare smile lighting her face. The quantum core's power is immense, but it's the human spirit that guides it. That is our true strength. Suddenly, the ship's sensors picked up a familiar presence, the ancient intelligence that had tested them from the shadows of reality. The entity's voice filled the bridge, calm and resolute. "You have shown balance, unity, and respect. The cosmic order acknowledges your place. The path ahead is yours to choose, but remember the fabric of reality is fragile." Captain Ruiz responded firmly, "We accept that responsibility. Earth will not be a force of recklessness, but a guardian of harmony." With that, the entity withdrew, its presence folding away like a gentle ripple in spacey cinema. News of this cosmic Acknowledgement spread, inspiring alliances across star systems. Earth became a nexus of cooperation, where knowledge and culture flowed freely, and threats were met with collective strength. The Leviathan continued its voyage. No longer just a weapon, but a beacon, a testament to what humanity could achieve. When power was guided by wisdom, in quiet moments, Captain Ruiz reflected on the cost and sacrifice that had led them here. Every victory had been hard-won, every decision weighed with care. But now, stars were not just distant lights, they were a shared horizon, a promise of endless possibilities. As the Leviathan sailed onward, bending reality with grace and precision, humanity embraced its destiny among the stars. The story of Earth's quantum warship was no longer one of fear or destruction. It was a story of hope, unity, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. And in that vast unfolding cosmos, humanity's light burned brighter than ever before.